Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Central Warriors basketball broadcast. We're here at Gate City Middle School in Gate City, Virginia, getting ready for the Mountain 7 District Tournament Championship game between the Central Warriors and the Gate City Blue Devils. I'm Austin Urie, and I'm joined by a different partner in crime tonight, Mr. Jody Collins. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, Austin. Doing good. I don't know about the partner in crime part.
Well, you're here with me. So we've seen these two teams square off two times before. First game was at Central, as second game of the year for the Warriors, and hung with Gate City for a half there. And then in the second half, Zach Irvin led the team, led the Blue Devils, and pulled away from them. Then the second time they played here at Gate City, seen a similar result, except it was Bradley Dean. Irvin was hurt for that game, and Dean was the one who put up a pretty significant point total and pulled the Blue Devils away. You know, what are you expecting to see tonight here from these two teams?
You know, I don't know, Austin. Both these teams, they've been playing really good here down the stretch. Like you said, Gate City really pulled away from us the first game at Wise, and then, of course, beat us again over here in the second matchup. Our guys, I think, from Central have played really good the last few weeks. They have really stepped up their defense, but there's no doubt they've got a big challenge ahead of them. This is the team everybody has to go through for this district, and that's Gate City, and they've proven that the last couple of years. So, they've got a tough challenge ahead of them tonight.
They sure do. And one thing of note, I think it was a surprise to everybody here. Zach Irvin is going to play. Well, I don't know if he's going to play, but he is in uniform and warming up, which I'm assuming means he's going to play. I don't know how many minutes he'll have, but he is going to play for the Blue Devils. So they'll have Irving and Dean, I'm assuming, leading the way for scoring. Central, that's two guys you got to focus on. But I think the Warriors, they psych themselves out a little bit too much. They can hang this team. They just have to believe they can. And I think that if they can do that, and I don't know how Irvin's coming along there. I want to say he tore his ACL or MCL, meniscus maybe. It's something in the knee. So I don't know if he's back 100% or not. But if they can contain him and Dean the best they can, they're going to put up a big point total. But you try to contain them the best you can and score on offense. I think the Warriors have a better shot than they may think.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think the Warriors got some good talented kids. They've proven the last few weeks. Even coming back and playing Ridgeview earlier this week. Lost to those kids over there from Ridgeview twice earlier in the year, and that team plays really, really hard. And I think our guys stepped up. Monday, probably one of the better defensive efforts I think we've seen from Central this year. And then again over here in the semis against Union the other night. And it'll take that kind of effort tonight, and knocking down some big shots to stay with Gate City, I think.
With that being said, looks like the clock's at about 20 seconds here before tip-off. We'll let you listen in to the starting lineups, and then we'll get underway. Well, I will say, Gate City's sound system has nothing on what Central has. I could barely hear that.
Yeah, I couldn't either. I don't know if folks get home to hear those lineups, but Central going back with the same five that they've started with the last two games. Damai Lester, Elijah Hayes, Tyler Vanover, Bryson Collins, and Ben Stallard. Notice Zach didn't start for Gate City, though.
That is true. We'll see how many minutes he gets in here. So Collins and number 22, John Sally, going to fight for the tip. Ball is up. Gate City comes away with it. Compton will bring it across half court to start this game. Compton finds Sally. He hands back to Compton. Compton's at the volleyball line, top of the key. Passes to Dean. Dean's on the left wing. Heads towards the top of the key. Dumps in Sally. He goes up. No good. Rebounded by Hayes. Passes ahead to Vanover. Vanover back to Hayes. That's a three-point attempt. It's no good. Rebound by Dean. Gate City headed the other way. Dean on the fast break. Passes out to 20. That is Hicks. And Hicks hits a three-pointer to start the game. It's 3-0 Gate City.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get out of those guys. They've got so many shooters on that team. And those, we done a good job there at stopping Dean, but it was an easy kick out for a free open shot.
Vanover takes a shot at the elbow. It's no good. Rebounded by Sally. He passes to Compton. Compton on the fast break. He stops at the elbow. Hands to Sally at the top of the key. And the big man is dribbling it. Passes to Compton. Compton behind the back. Heads to the right wing. Back to Sally. Now to Hicks. To Dean. Dean has it. He's guarded by Lester. Pass inside to Hicks. Hicks with two more. He has all five of Gate City's points. They lead 5-0. Hayes on the other end for the Warriors here. Central yet to score. Finds Vanover. Bobbles the pass, but corrals it to Collins in the right corner. Looked like it was tipped out, but it's still going to be Central ball. Like Jordan Bishop will come in for Bryson Collins here. And Hayes will rebound it in the right corner, which we can barely see due to our seating position in the stands. Nevertheless, he gets it into Damai Lester in the backcourt. He's at the top of the key now. That pass stolen by Bradley Dean and a fast break here. Dean goes up. Nice layup. Puts Gate City up 7-0 on the Warriors. Lester passes ahead to Vanover. Vanover, baseline right side. Passes to Bishop, right wing. To Lester, he's at the top of the key. It's picked up by Sally. Definitely a mismatch as he gets to Bishop. Finds Stallard at the elbow. A corner three from Vanover's up, no good. Stallard got the rebound. It's poked out, and they're going to say it's Gate City ball. Inbound pass to Compton. He'll bring it up the floor here for the Blue Devils. He crosses over and drives in. His layup is up, rolls out. Hayes gets the rebound, and Lester is on the floor in some pain. And I don't know what happened to Damai Lester, but he's not moving too much.
I think Damai may have took a shot to the face right there on the rebound. Incidental contact, but I can't help you much on the other end, Austin. Like you said,
Yeah.
our seating here. They may have knew that I was coming with you tonight and placed us in the corner here.
Yeah, well, the other night when we called the girls' game, we were in the blue little elevated platform. That platform is blocking part of my vision and half of Jody's. Lester's on the floor. He's in some serious pain. They got the assistant coaches down there looking at him. And I just seen Kelly Foster, assistant coach, say he got elbowed to the side of the head. Coach is just trying to keep him calm. He's in, looks like, quite a bit of pain. Lester, a key piece for the Warriors. Great ball handler, great defensive player, very quick, great passer. You definitely don't need him to head out of the game with an injury here.
Yeah, Dami's really stepped up. Second half of the year here, especially played some big games. The last couple of games against Union, hit some big shots the other night, a couple of threes. It would hurt to lose him here the rest of the night.
Well, he's still on the floor, surrounded by coaches, and just trying to calm him down. Still don't know exactly what's wrong. I thought I seen Coach McAmus said his mouth was busted, but we won't speculate in it. Well, while we got a break in the action here, we'll mention how the games went so far. Gate City's come out fast, put up some points, and Warriors on the other end struggling a little bit to get an offense going. And when they do get a shot, it's not exactly the one they'd want.
Yeah, I think so, and you're exactly right. And, you kind of expect the Gate City to come out quick. It's a home game for them, regional final or district final here in the tournament. And you knew they were going to start fast. And, it's going to take the Warriors hitting a shot or two here and, and making a stop to not let it get too far out of hand and get away from before it even gets into the first quarter here.
Well, one thing about it, at least this is my philosophy. When you need a bucket, get it down low. The closer you are to the basket, it's harder to miss. And you got Collins and Bishop, really Hayes and Vanover as well. Pretty tall guys, got some reach there. And I think if you get it into them, maybe get a basket to fall. Just seeing one fall will help the Warriors here. They're still attending the Lester. Tried to raise him up. He didn't look like he was in this world.
He seemed a little dazed there.
I think they've got some medical staff looking at him here. This is really come to think of, about the only injury that the boys have had all year as far as on court.
Yeah, it is. Hasn't hit us really hard this year like it has the last couple of years. And, of course, started out the first of the year before season even started and losing Isaiah McAmus. And, other than that, the boys have made it through the season here and stayed pretty healthy. You hate to see this here now with any kid, especially here into the season going into regions.
Well, this game just got underway. And as I mentioned, Dami's a critical piece here. This may be a little bit more serious than it initially looked. It looked like he may have just got, hit in the nose, was holding his face as he went down, but he's not moved too much down there. Looks like they got the school nurse out here on standby just in case. Looks like they're trying to ease him up. Sitting up right now, definitely assisted, not under his own power. If he did get elbowed in the side of the head, like they mentioned, that can be serious.
Yeah, it sure can, Austin. And it looks like he took a pretty good lick. Some sheriff deputies on scene now with him, and I think they may be radioing some other help to come.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to walk himself out of here. They may need a stretcher. Well, we'll take a little bit of a break here, and we'll get right back with you as soon as something unfolds here. right, we're back here at Gate City Middle School. While Lester was down on the floor, the teams went into the locker room. They're coming back out now. They give them a little bit of time to warm up. They had to bring in the EMS team, and Damon Lester was just carted out on a. I'm drawing a blank here, Jody.
Yeah, he and we do need to tell everybody, Damon, he was conscious the whole time, and tried to set up a couple times, just a little woozy and probably more precautionary than anything. I think probably a good thing to go and get checked out. These games are big rivalry games, and everybody gets all excited, but either side you hate to see a kid get hurt, have to leave the game that way. So good show of sportsmanship, both sides of the bleachers. And thoughts and prayers for Damon for sure.
That's right. As you mentioned there, some things, they're bigger than sports or rivalries or what school you're from. And when they lifted them onto the stretcher there, both sides stand and applaud, and the student section for Gate City said a prayer for him. So, you really do hate to see it. And as you mentioned, thoughts and prayers with him. We hope he's all right. But, it kind of gives you some hope in humanity when, people say, oh, I hate Central or I hate Gate City. But when it's somebody that's hurt, it don't matter where they're from. And even in the sad moment there, we were able to see two opposing teams and fan bases come together. So that's good to see.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Austin. Good point.
Well, as we mentioned, both teams are out on the floor. They're warming up here. Got about 5:20 left here in the first quarter. I don't know how long they'll give them, but
looks like they've started running the clock here. I think about 5 minutes. They're going to go let them warm up. Probably a good idea. The kids been standing around a lot. And I'm going to throw a shout out here, Austin, as we're getting back to the game. I've been wanting to do a game with you all year long, and
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, I've wanted to work a game with you all year, and I really hate that you all booted Chad out like you did, just for me to get a seat. I mean, Chad's been by your side all year long, and then just up and last night tell him he's out.
Well, you know how Chad is. He always throws me under the bus. Again, I do not make these decisions. From what I understand, Chris Wilson, I think he's sick. Hope it's not the flu, but that is going around. But anyway, he had a fever. He was supposed to call the game with me tonight. Hope Chris gets better if he's listening at home. But so then Chad, they wanted him to fill in, but he had Valentine's Day dinner plans with his wife. And, of course, Jody here always wanted to fill in. So I think that just worked out perfect. He got to save his marriage, didn't want to have anything bad happen there. And Jody's always wanted to do a game, so it's a win-win.
Well, I guess. And, third choice is better than none, right?
They could have told you no.
That's exactly right. They could have told me no.
So here you are at this table. This is definitely, they threw me right into the fire. The first game I did was Gate City at Central. And here your first game is Gate City at Gate City. Hot gym, very crowded. Can't see half the court. But that's all right. I'm
blocked off from where I'm at. I would help you a little bit more, but I can't even see one goal. I'm blocked off here a little bit, but yeah, and you guys have done a great job all year. You and Chad, you and Chris. There was a couple nights I know that after some games on the way home, driving home, that me and Chastity would actually turn it on. I've listened to you, and you guys do a good job. Be proud of yourself for first time announcer this year and getting thrown in the mix. And McCamus is bad for doing that. He'll just throw you under the bus and say, hey, you're announcing the game tonight, and you never know, he'll stand up on Sunday morning and say, you're opening up today, Austin.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a personal story there. A couple weeks ago, sitting on the front row at Mount Olive Church, and TJ looks over at me and says, you're opening up. So I went up there and made my way through it, survived that. A lot of times with this announcing gig, it's like for instance, at Union there a couple weeks ago, we started setting up the equipment with a minute before the tip. But we're professionals here at the Warrior basketball broadcast. Jody can't see half the floor first game, but, we're going to fight through it because that's all we do here.
That's right.
So it looks like the teams are huddling up, about to get back underway here. Currently in the first quarter, I think they're going to put about 5:12 or so on the clock. And the Gate City Blue Devils are currently up 7-0. So, if you're the Warriors, I know their minds are on Damai Lester, but you got to find a way to play the game and move forward. And if you're Central, that's what you got to worry about right now. Is you still got a game to finish and do it for Damai, because that's what he would want.
That's exactly right. When the game just getting started, just barely 2.5 minutes into this first quarter. 7-0 Gate City. They started out on a run and, kind of expected that, like we said earlier. But we're going to start the ball back, quarterback here getting the ball. Central is, and they need a bucket right here.
That's right. Just seeing one go through the bottom of the net, I think that would boost their confidence. So Elkins, Hayes, Ben Stallard, Tyler Vanover, and Jordan Bishop are the 5 on the floor here for the Warriors. Stallard has it. He hands off to Elkins. Elkins finds Vanover. Has to pick up his dribble. Pass back to Elkins. He'll drive in. Dumps to Stallard. And just as we mentioned, gets it inside to Ben Stallard on the low block. Uncontested shot. It's up and good. 7-2 now.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to have to do. And you noted earlier about working the ball around, getting it inside. The first few trips down the floor, I think we fired up some long threes, and that was a good offensive set right there for us.
Looks like they're going to call a foul now. It'll be on number 15. It's Landon Elkins. That's his first, the team's first foul of the game. Still Gate City ball. Compton receives the inbound pass. He's heading right. And that pass stolen away by Elijah Hayes, and Hayes goes up and dunks it. Elijah Hayes with a dunk. Second school history, second of his career, makes it 7-4.
That brought a little excitement now to the Warriors.
So Dean has it now. He's guarded by Elkins. Dean drives in, goes up. His shot no good. Like Hicks will come away with a long rebound and try to reset things here. A little give and go back to Hicks, and he scores a layup. Gate City up 9-4 now. So Hayes has it on the other end. He'll pull a mid-range shot. Just past the free throw line, it's good. Elijah Hayes feeling it here tonight. 9-6. Warriors down 3. Dean bobbles his dribble. And I think they're going to get Elkins on another foul there. And they will. That'll be Elkins' second, team second. Dean pressured by Elkins, almost lost his dribble, but Elkins picks up the foul. And it looks like Ben Brickey will enter the game. We'll take Ben Stallard's spot. Again, Compton receives the inbound pass. Walks it across half court. Goes to the right wing, the back top of the key. Pass tipped by Vanover. And they're going to say out of bounds there on Gate City. So it'll be Central ball. Looked like that was number 11, Hensley. He stepped out on his way towards the left.
This is what we've seen out of Central the last few weeks. Starting from the game at Union to the Ridgeview game to the semis the other night. That's the kind of defensive effort that they're going to have to stay in this game.
As Elkins has it on the other end here, he's top of the key. Into Hayes. Turnaround shot on the block is no good. May have been slightly tipped. Compton comes away with the rebound. Gate City the other way. Compton will take it himself, drives in. His layup's up, no good. Elkins comes away with the rebound. Warriors the other way. Elkins to Brickey. That's a mid-range shot. It's good from Ben Brickey. Mid-range shot on the baseline is good. Makes it 9-8. Gate City still holds on to a 1-point lead. As Dean drove in, they're going to say he was fouled on the floor. And that'll be on Tyler Vanover. That'll be his first. Be the team third. So still Gate City ball. Vermillion looking to inbound it under his own basket. Finds Dean in the right corner. Drove in and pulls up. Mid-range shot on the baseline. He gets his to fall. 11-8 now. Gate City still up.
You know, they've been face guarding Dean every trip down the floor. I think first chance he's had to get open off the screen, but playing pretty good defense on him up to this point.
Elkins bounce pass into Hayes on the block. It's poked away. And Vanover will go get it in the backcourt. Not a backcourt violation because it was poked away by a Gate City defender. He gives it to Elkins. Elkins drives, goes up, and a foul. And that one will be on. That's 15. That's Vermillion. And it looks like Hicks will check in for Vermillion here. Stallard will check in for Elkins. Foul was on the floor, so it'll still be Central ball. Looks like we got about 2:29 left to play here in this first inbound pass to Hayes. We've seen that one before. A lob pass into Hayes. He goes up and puts it in. 11-10 now. Gate City still up. Dean drives right in on the other end. Fouled on his way up. And so we see Dean there just hustling down the floor, not slowing down at all as Bishop picks up the foul. That's his first. Dean will head to the line for two. Bradley Dean at the line. First one is up and good. Makes it 12-10. Looks like Collins will come in for Bishop and Reed will come in for Hensley. Dean at the line for his second attempt here. Shot is up. That one's no good. Rebounded by George, but he throws it off. Central defender, and Hayes comes away with it. Elijah Hayes by the top of the key. Pulls a three-pointer. That's good! Elijah Hayes right in Dean's face. Makes it 13-12. Warriors up one. Dean on the other end goes up. And a blocking foul. Looks like that one may be on Ben Stallard. We'll see. They're going to get Collins. So Bryson Collins picks up a foul. That's his first, team's fifth. Warriors racking up the fouls here early. That one was on the floor. Dean will inbound. Dean inbounds to George, right corner to Compton. To Dean. Pathetic sail there by Dean. Trying to draw a foul. Hayes pokes it away. Comes away with the steal. Now Hicks with it.
That's awful.
And a charge there on Hicks. Had some action there. Couldn't quite see. Some fans stood up in front of us, but Hicks came away with it and drove in and then committed the charge there.
Bryson Collins, excellent defense there as Dean drove the lane. And, you know, Dean is that type of player. He is going to be aggressive. He's going to go to the basket. And if they will stand their ground, they'll have a chance to pick up some charges tonight.
So Central the other way here. Hayes has it. Finds Collins at the free throw line. Right back to Hayes, and a good find from Collins to Hayes makes it 15-12. Warriors up three. Compton has it, and a foul on Dean. Looked like he took his forearm and just shoved Elkins right to the floor. And so Dean picks up a foul. It's his first, and it'll be Warrior ball. Inbound pass to Elkins. He'll walk it up the floor. Elkins to Hayes. Hayes to Vanover. Vanover top of the key. Back to Elkins. And I think they're going to get Collins on an illegal screen. That'll be Collins' second, team sixth. So it'll be Gate City ball.
15-12. 15-12 Central. 1:15 left in the first quarter.
Looks like Sally will check back in for the Blue Devils here. And Compton will bring it up the floor. Crosses half court. Heads right, dumps to Hicks. Hicks to Dean. Dean drives in, and another blocking foul on the floor. We'll see who this one's on.
You may get Landon here.
They're going to get Landon Elkins on a blocking foul. It's his third foul. We're in the first quarter here, folks. I'm telling you, Dean drives in like that every time. You know, not slowing down, just freight train coming into the lane. And you know, if you're a Warriors defender, you try to get set, but, you know, it's hard to. He's going to go to the line a lot tonight, Dean is. So it looks like Ben Brickey and Jordan Bishop check in here for the Warriors as Elkins and Collins will take a seat.
Yeah, I would imagine Landon's probably done for the half with 3 fouls here early. And with Daymai being out, it's just another thing that's going to hurt. You know, we're 1 minute left here in the first quarter, and Gate City's already in the bonus.
Yeah. Dean knocked down the first, so he'll get another to the line. 15-13 the score now. You know, you hate to see that for Elkins. Handles the ball a lot, good defender. He's probably going to have limited minutes. Dean hits the second one, makes it 15-14. And now Ghost will come into the game here for Gate City. So Bishop looking to inbound, finds man over. He gives it back to Bishop, to Hayes. Hayes ahead to Brickey. Brickey will go in. And they're going to call a charge on Ben Brickey.
Wow.
So that's 18 fouls for Central. We are in the first quarter. That's Ben Brickey's first personal. And Compton will bring it the other way for Gate City. Compton has it. Hands to Vermillion. Vermillion heading right. Drives in. Puts up a floater. That one's no good. Bishop comes down with it. Passes to Hayes. Hayes stops. Gives it to Stallard. That's a corner three. Rolls out. Dean gets the rebound. And a fast break here. Bradley Dean drives in. Good move. Shot is up. No good. Hayes comes away with it, but then it's poked away. And they're going to say it's Gate City ball. So it's poked away by Dean. They're going to say it's blast off of Hayes. Blue Devils gain possession.
You know, Dean drove straight to the basket. He missed the layup that time, but, you know, we've said this throughout the first quarter. That is what he is going to do. Our guys got to step up here and get some charges.
That's right. Compton has it now for the Blue Devils. Hands to Vermillion. He hands to Dean. And poked away by Brickey. Eventually stolen by Hayes. Hayes takes a three. No good. Rebounded by Hensley. He hands to Sally. Long pass ahead. Stolen by Hayes. Hayes couldn't get the shot up before the buzzer. So drawn out first quarter, but still an exciting one. And the Warriors are up by 1 as we head into the second, 15-14. Jody, your thoughts on that first quarter?
You know, after the injury to Daymai, you know, Gate City was on a really big roll there, 7-zip, and maybe it slowed the game down a little bit. It gave our guys time to kind of calm down, collect their thoughts, and, you know, our defensive effort from that point on, you know, 5 minutes left in the quarter has totally changed. You know, we held them to 7 points in the last 5.5 minutes there, and that was a big key. And then, of course, hitting some shots, moving the ball, getting some easy shots, you know, not something 5 foot behind the line.
Well, Hayes, definitely the spark there for the Warriors. And so you mentioned maybe the Warriors are saying, hey, you know, Daymai's not able to play the rest of this game. Let's go out here and win this for them. Gives them some grit, gives them some motivation as they head into the rest of this game. But Warriors up 1, 15-14. Second quarter about to get underway. Looks like to start the second on the floor, it's going to be Elijah Hayes, Tyler Vanover, Ben Stallard, Brody Allison, and Jordan Bishop. Looks like on the floor for the Blue Devils be Compton, Dean, Hensley, Vermillion, and Sally. So the Warriors will start the quarter with the ball. Hayes receives the inbound pass, heads across half court. Hayes drives in, puts up a floater. It's good. Another basket from Hayes. Makes it 17-14. Warriors back up 3. Compton with it now. He drives all the way down the floor and in. His layup's no good.
It's going to be on Elijah.
That will be on Elijah Hayes. It's on the floor. That's Hayes' first, 9th team foul for the Warriors. So Sally will go to the line for 1-1.
Elijah had 11 points that first quarter. Big quarter for him.
Sally missed the free throw. Vermillion got the rebound. He couldn't get it to fall. Then the Warriors came away with it. It was stolen by Sally. Then he double dribbled. So the Warriors regain possession. So Hayes receives the inbound pass. He'll walk it up the floor here for the Warriors. Crosses half court. Heads left. Finds Bishop in the left corner. Bishop to Hayes. Hayes left wing. Hayes to Bishop. A corner three. It's short. Rebound by Sally. He passes to Compton. Gate City the other way. Compton still has it here for the Blue Devils. Passes to Dean in the right corner. Drives. Mid-range shot is good. Dean hit one like that earlier. Deja vu makes it 17-16. Vanover had it on the other end. Stolen by Dean. And now we're going to get a foul on one of the Warriors. Couldn't quite see it. They'll get Ben Stallard on a foul. That's the 10th team foul for the Warriors this half. I believe that puts Gate City in the double bonus. So they'll get 2 no matter what from here on out. Stallard picks up his first. So that'll send, looks like Bradley Dean to the line for the Blue Devils. Currently down 1. Warriors up 17-16. Dean sinks the first. We're knotted up at 17. Ben Brickey will come into the game for the Warriors. Jordan Bishop will take a seat. Dean at the line here. Second attempt is up. And good as well. Puts Gate City up 1, 18-17. Hayes has it now for the Warriors. Finds Vanover. Vanover drives. Floater. Off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebounded Hensley. He hands to Compton. The Blue Devils the other way. Compton has it. He hands off to Sally. To Dean. Dean will drive in. And another foul on the floor. We're going to get Brickey. That's 11 team fouls on the Warriors. 3 on Gate City. It's Brickey's second personal. I'm telling you, like we mentioned earlier, Dean's going to do that every single time. He's just going to drive right in, act like he's getting bumped around, even if he's not, and he'll head to the line.
Yeah, any smart player, when they drive, if there's a little bit of contact, they're going to try to make that foul called, and he does a good job at that. But our guys are going to have to quit the reaching. They're going to have to stand their ground and take a charge.
Well, some substitutions here. George comes in for the Blue Devils. Trey Mullins comes in for the Warriors. Dean hit the first, makes it 19-17. He's getting ready to send the second one up. Second one falls as well. It's 20-17. Gate City up by 3 now, and a timeout called by the Blue Devils. Well, as we're a couple minutes into this second quarter here, it's really been Bradley Dean's story so far. We just mentioned he's going to drive in every single time he gets the ball, or he's going to try to. And, of course, the Warriors, they have 11 team fouls. It says 10 on the board, but I thought it was 11 there a moment ago. I mean, you about can't touch anybody right now. And then on the other end, not getting the shots to fall like they were there at the end of the first, but still definitely within reach. They're only down 3.
Yeah, exactly. And, Warriors got to be very careful here. With Damai out, as we said earlier, it kind of loses you on the guard play a little bit. And we got these other guys that's picking up fouls. Of course, Elijah Hayes, he's only got 1. A lot of our guys have 1 right now. Ben Brickey with 2, and Landon Elkins with 3. Of course, he'll probably be out the rest of this half. And scoring-wise right now, we've got Elijah, who's put in 13 of our 17. And we really need to try to get some other guys going here to help him out. Hopefully Tyler Vanover will step up, hit a big 3 or 2 here in just a minute.
Will Hayes will walk it up the floor here for the Warriors. All right. Hit the wire again. Did that the other night, but we're good. Passes to Trey Mullins, top of the key. Mullins finds Vanover. Vanover puts the ball on the floor, heads right into the lane. Goes up. No good. Long rebound goes to Compton. He passes to Dean. Gate City the other way. Dean. And that's a travel. Finally, The call goes the Warriors' way. Dean Hop stepped in, shoveled his feet. It's a turnover, Warrior ball.
Yeah, I think he was trying to draw another foul there. He was trying to initiate some contact. And,
had some fans stand up in front of us. We're trying to see what's going on here. Jody Collins performing acrobatic-like flexibility to get a view.
I couldn't see what really happened. I think Coach Vermillion, I seen him leave the bench for Gate City, coming towards their bench.
We're just trying to see what's going on here, folks, as the game is skidded to a halt. Refs talking to the coaches. This is a classic game right here. You know, you got hot gym, packed crowd. Coaches almost getting technical fouls. That sounds like a Central Gate City game.
Yeah, it does, Austin. It does. Both sets of fans pretty fired up now. All of them on their feet. It kind of took the rest of my view away.
We may have to resort to standing up. But we'll see what happens here. It looks like things are finally starting to calm down. We hope. And things get back underway here. Hayes has it. He passes to Stallard. Stallard to Vanover, top of the key. Finds a cutting Bricky, but the ball's loose. Vanover comes away with it to Stallard to Hayes. Hayes heads right. Pulls up a shot. It's a three. It's good. Elijah Hayes hits a three. We're knotted up at 20. Now we got a foul called. They're going to get Bricky on that one. Looks like he ran into Vermillion. I don't know if Vermillion kind of baited him in there or what. That's Bricky's third personal foul.
Yeah, I think Bricky's been face guarding the full length of the court with Dean. That's what Coach McCamus looks like he's trying to do tonight. From the time Dean leaves the other end of the floor, they're face guarding him, meaning they're guarding him every step of the way, not leaving him. And I think Vermillion was going to set a screen. I'm not sure Bricky's seen him, but yeah, nonetheless, he picked up his third foul and 13 team fouls.
Yeah, it's 13 too many. Bricky will also probably be playing on limited minutes here. He heads to the bench. Allison comes in for him. Vermillion missed the first, but makes the second. Gate City up 21-20. Hayes bringing it down the floor here for the Warriors. Elijah Hayes pretty much taking care of the scoring so far for Central. Passes to Allison. Allison back to Hayes. Hayes heading left, drives in a floater. No good. Comes away with the long rebound is Hayes. Hayes bullet pass to Vanover. Vanover will pull a long two. It's no good. Trey Mullins comes down with the rebound. His shot is up, no good. Ben Stallard comes down with the rebound, and that putback is up and good. Great work there by the Warriors getting offensive rebounds, and that two by Stallard puts them up 22-21. Looks like George has it. He passes to Compton. Compton drives in to Vermillion. That's a corner three. It's good. Puts them up 24-22. Hayes, long pass ahead. Intended for Allison. Just out of our view here, I think it's still going to be Central ball. And it will be Central ball, so Hayes is going to inbound. Tried to get it to Allison. It's stolen by Hensley. Hensley to Dean. Dean goes up. Way up is up and good. Makes it 26-22. Gate City up as Hayes brings it across half court for the Warriors. Hayes to Allison. Allison drives in. Fouls on the floor. And so it'll still be Central ball. That's going to be on number 11. That's Hensley. 4th team foul for Gate City as opposed to, I believe, 13 for the Warriors.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. And 13, 14 fouls on the Warriors for the Gate City.
Hayes shot right off the inbound pass. His shot wouldn't go. Long pass ahead to Hensley. His layup is up, no good. Rebounded by Bishop. Passes to Hayes. Got 1:05 left to play in this half. Allison takes a 3. It's no good. Dean comes down with the rebound. Dean running the floor. It's poked away. And, of course, a foul. I think they're going to get this one on Brody Allison.
Yeah, I think Brody.
Well, he might have reached him. Man.
Yeah, he was catching up from behind and reached. I think he got a lot of ball, but from the way it looked, from where the ref was standing, it looks like a reach from that angle.
Well, nevertheless, it sends Dean to the line yet again. He makes his first. Makes it 27-22. Collins will come in for Allison. Dean at the line here for his second attempt. It's up and good. Makes it 28-22. And Hayes has it. He passes to Bishop. Bishop to Stallard. Stallard hands off to Hayes. Hayes, a long three-point attempt. No good. Rebounded by Collins. Out to Bishop. Bishop drives in. Stops at the elbow. Back to Hayes. That's another three-pointer attempt. And that one's good from Elijah Hayes. That 3 makes it 25-28. Warriors down 3. Dean driving again. This time it's a charge on Dean again. Collins steps in to take the contact. That's Dean's second personal foul. Good job by Collins, seeing him coming, setting his feet. It's turnover, Warrior ball. Hayes walking it up the floor here. Passes to Bishop, but it's broken up by Hensley out of bounds. It will still be Warrior ball. Like about 3:17, having a hard time seeing the scoreboard there, but we got about 3:17 left in the half, and now a timeout called. And so you got to respect the Warriors here, especially Elijah Hayes. I mean, he's feeling it tonight. I think Jody's keeping track. How many does that make for Hayes?
If I'm not mistaken, now we've got Landon or Elijah. We've got him at 19 points, 19 of the 25.
That's in one half. Hayes carrying the load here for the Warriors. They're only down 3 right now, still within striking distance. Dean has 2 fouls. You know, that's the thing is, yeah, the Warriors are committing a lot of fouls on Dean, getting called for blocking and reaching in as he drives to the basket. But if they can get some charges called on Dean and he gets in foul trouble, we've not seen Zach Irvin on the floor yet.
Yeah, and I've wondered about that. You know, I think, you know, we were talking earlier that Irvin had a knee injury. And, yeah, I noticed earlier even during warm-ups, he didn't even have a knee brace on. I thought maybe, you know, he just they talked like he was going to come back next week, so maybe they just kind of let him go through the warm-ups tonight and try to keep him out of this game if possible.
Yeah, they may do it, but like I was saying there, if you can get Dean in foul trouble, suddenly the momentum is on Central's side. Hayes looking to inbound here. He finds Vanover. Vanover back to Hayes. Hayes will bring it across half court. Hayes finds Bishop. Bishop to Collins on the block. He goes up. No good. Fouled on his way up, though, so Collins will head to the line for 2.
If I'm not mistaken, this may be our first free throws of the game.
It would not surprise me. That one's on George. It's his first, team 6th. So Collins heads to the line. (28-25) the score. Gate City up 3. Collins can cut it to 1 here. First one from Collins is up and good. Makes it 28-26. Warriors down 2. Collins at the line for his second attempt. That one rattles out, but Ben Stallard comes away with a long rebound. Passes to Hayes. Hayes to Vanover. That's a 3-point attempt. No good. Ball's loose, out of bounds. They're going to say it's Gate City ball. That was good hustle there by Stallard, giving them a second chance. Couldn't quite convert, though. Gate City will gain possession. Compton gets the inbound pass. He's running ahead. Pass to Vermillion. Vermillion to Hensley. Hensley to Hicks in the right corner. Back to Vermillion. He'll pass to Compton. Compton's in the half-court circle. Heads right. To Vermillion. Back to Compton. Compton will drive in. Bounce pass intended for Hicks. Out of bounds. It's going to be Warrior ball.
You know, Dean is out of the game right now, taking a breather. 2.5 left here in the second quarter. I noticed Coach McCamus went with the zone there for a little bit, trying to get his guys a little bit different look for Gate City with Dean out.
Well, and this is the time they need to strike, is when Dean's out and Gate City's offense isn't as explosive. Hayes passed to Ben Stallard. Stallard to Bishop. Bishop at pump fake, drives in, shuffled his feet, and Bishop's hobbling just a little bit. I think he's all right, but that's a turnover. It's going to be Gate City ball. Looks like number 4 will check in. That's Starnes for the Blue Devils. So definitely not the all-star lineup out here on the floor for Gate City. This is Central's time. Put the pedal down. Pass to Hensley. To Sally, to Compton. Compton to Vermillion. That three's from the parking lot. It's no good. Sally comes down with the rebound. He goes up, and that one's good. 30-26 the score now. Gate City up 4. Hayes passes ahead to Vanover. Vanover drives. Gets it to Hayes. Hayes barely saves it from going back court. Hayes top of the key. He's guarded closely by Starnes. Into Collins on the block. Collins puts a move. It's up and no good. Rebound by Sally. Ahead to Hensley. Ball's poked around, and Hensley throws it right out of bounds. So Central will gain possession.
Bryson Collins with a really good move there and working the ball inside. The shot just didn't fall. And, you know, they've got to keep looking for that. Penetrate and look for the open guy.
Looks like Brody Allison checked in there for Bishop during that dead ball. So Hayes brings it across half court, passes to Stallard.
I believe they got Brody Allison on a moving screen.
They're saying 15. Landon Elkins ain't even in the game. You know, I've seen a bad call or two in my day when the player isn't even on the floor. That's a little bit of a problem. Elkins is on the bench and somehow picked up that foul.
Yeah, I think the scorers table are asking for a correction now because 15 wasn't on the floor, and that's who they called it on.
And that's good. They're going to say that was on Vermillion.
Okay.
So and he is number 15. So that makes more sense. Still Warriors ball. A little bit of a mix up there from the refereeing staff.
I thought Brody was set pretty good on that screen. So.
And the refs are still talking it over here. One ref at the scores table, other two talking. They do have a hard job here with players and coaches really into this game. They don't have eyes everywhere.
Yeah,
they're trying their best.
This is one of those games that it is tough to officiate. You know, a lot of energy from both sides.
Somewhere or another, Allison ends up at the line for a 1-and-1. He misses it. And Vermillion comes away with the rebound, passes to Compton. Compton heading down the floor. He's in the right corner, surrounded, gets to Sally. Sally to Compton. That's a three-point attempt, and it's good. That three from Compton puts Gate City up 33-26. Hayes has it now. Pass to Stallard, left corner. Stallard back to Hayes. Hayes a spin move, pulls at the elbow. No good. Poked around. Compton comes away with the rebound. Under a minute to play here in this first half. Ball is poked away and out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Compton. Warriors gain possession. Looks like Trey Mullins will check in here for Collins.
Yeah, Bryson has 2 fouls, I think, and you don't want him getting foul trouble. 40 seconds left here in the second. Probably best take him out.
Hayes walking it up the floor here for the Warriors. Passes to Allison. Allison to Trey Mullins. Mullins heading left. Hands off to Hayes. Hayes' pass broken up and stolen by Starnes. And trying to see what. I think they're going to say he may have been fouled or stepped out.
I think they got him stepping out of bounds, I think.
Yeah, they're going to say that Starnes stepped out. Looked like he was pretty close to the line there. So
no free throws, I would imagine. That's what they call. Hard for us to see that from this angle.
So Vanover will inbound. Finds Staller. Staller hands to Allison. To Hayes. He's inside the half-court circle. Hayes to Allison. Allison drives the right baseline, picks up his dribble. Long pass back to Hayes. Saves it from going out of bounds, but he looks like, I think Coach McCain has called a timeout right there. Hayes may have got away with the back court.
Yeah, Hayes was really close, and I think they were about to pin him at the half-court line. Coach McCamus was on that pretty quick to go ahead and call the timeout.
Well, with that timeout called here, Warriors are down 33-26. It's a 7-point deficit. They were up earlier in this quarter. And what's something is that Dean still not checking into the game. So Bradley Dean checked out of the game there earlier in the second quarter, and he's not seen the floor since. Has 2 fouls. They may be wanting to save him in fear that he'll get into foul trouble. But nevertheless, the Warriors have the ball right now. Hayes looking to inbound. Hayes finds Trey Mullins. He hands right back to Hayes. Hayes finds Vanover, but it's that pass broken up by Starnes. Out on Starnes, it'll still be Warrior ball.
Need to really 5 seconds left here. We need to really finish with a score here to go into halftime. Cut this lead from 7 down to 5 or maybe 4.
Looks like Stallard will be inbounding for the Warriors. Finds Hayes. Hayes guarded closely by Compton. To Allison. Quick 3. It's no good from Allison, and the buzzer sounds. So as we head into halftime, definitely a good effort here from the Warriors. They're receiving a standing ovation from the Central side. Gate City's team receiving a halfway standing ovation from their side. The Warriors are currently down 33-26, 7-point deficit. Jody, what are you seeing here in this first half?
You know, I think our Central Warriors, they made a really good run, you know, after the timeout for the injury to Damon Lester. Guys really come out, stepped up their defensive game. Just to be honest, I'm not keeping up with Gate City's free throws. They have 33 points. I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say, you know, 12, 13 of those are probably from the free throw line.
I would say more, honestly. I can't remember them scoring too awful much, really.
Yeah, and, you know, a couple of threes that some of their other kids have hit. Most of their points have come from Dean at the free throw.
Well, we got just under 10 minutes here before the second half gets underway. The Gate City cheerleaders on the floor. If they're anything like Central's cheerleaders, it may get loud here shortly. If it does, then we'll mute you. And we were doing a live stream there one night, and somebody asked, why don't we keep the mic on for the music? That's for copyright infringement. They took one of our videos down for copyright. Well, it looks like they're firing up the music, so we'll be back with you just here shortly. right, we're back here, Gate City Middle School, Mountain 7 District Championship game. Central Warriors, Gate City Blue Devils got about 2 minutes before the second half gets underway. Gate City cheerleaders did theirs. Music wasn't too loud. It's not as loud as is at Central. Me and Jody were ready to get back on, and then all of a sudden the Central cheerleaders came out. And I heard somebody in the student section yell, "Our cheerleaders are better," and I'm sure you agree, Jody, a little bit partial there.
Yeah, I have to be a little bit partial. You know, on the radio, I'm not going to be too partial towards Central in these games, but with the cheerleaders, I have to be. I'll get in trouble. My daughter cheering, and you know, I know you guys. I think maybe had their coach on earlier this year, Amber.
Yeah, we did.
You know, but a big shout out to our cheerleaders. First year they've ever done competition cheer. Ended up winning the region, went to state, and ended up finishing state runner-up. So definitely proud of Maddie, my daughter, and all those girls. They've done an excellent job this year.
They sure have, and they come to every game home and away. You don't see that with every school. A lot of them don't travel like the Warriors cheer team does. Got under a minute here. Second half's getting ready to get underway. The Warriors are currently down 33-26 at 7-point deficit. But they can trim it pretty quick, as we've seen there in the first quarter.
Yeah, you know, down 7-zip to start. So they've been here before, and they've been in this position throughout the year at different times and have battled back. And, you know, just I'm not sure that all these are correct. I've just been trying to write it down. We don't have anybody to hand us any stat sheets, but I've got Elijah Hayes, 18 points, Vince Sallard with 4, Bryson with 1, Brody Allison, I had him at 2. Ben Bricky with 2. You know, we got 26 points, and we need to, you know, hopefully Tyler can start getting a couple of threes off here. Jordan Bishop has played excellent for us the last few weeks. Hopefully he can get a shot or two to drop here and keep a foul count down. That's the big thing. You know, we've got a couple of guys with 3. Landon Elkins with 3, Ben Bricky with 3, 2 of our guards. You know, it's forced some of our other guys to play some long minutes. I know Coach McCamus likes to swap, keep guys fresh. Haven't been able to do that, so we'll see how this one goes.
Starting 5 here for the second half. Be the Tyler Vanover, Elijah Hayes, Bryson Collins, Ben Stallard, Brody Allison. Gate City starts with the ball here. Compton has it. He'll pass to Sally. Sally gives it to Vermillion. Vermillion to Compton. Compton top of the key. To Vermillion, back to Compton. Gate City. Again, Dean not in the on the floor here for the Blue Devils. Something to note. Oh, wait. Yeah, he is. I just completely missed him.
Yeah, their Coach McCamus is coming as we're coming down the ball with the floor here.
Stallard just missed a corner 3, but Allison got the offensive rebound. Vanover pump fake. He drives in. Good move.
Did he call a charge? Oh, my goodness.
He did. That was the lamest charge call I've ever seen. He called the foul and then just kind of pointed his finger in the other direction. You got to be more clear with that.
That'll put 2 on Tyler Vanover. Coach McCamus this half has come out looking like a boxing 1, having 4 guys with a zone, and he's got Brody Allison running face guard and Dean, everyone else in the zone.
Well, Compton has it. And we got another whistle. Let's see who it's on. I think that's Brody Allison. Yep, that'll be Brody Allison. It's his second. And, you know, we mentioned the foul count. You know, you had a fresh slate here. That's already 2 fouls on the Warriors. Vermillion inbounds to Sally.
He walked.
Yeah, he did. They're going to get him for a double dribble as he put the ball down. So that'll be a turnover, Warriors ball. No points scored so far by either team.
Brody Allison face guarding Dean. They're just running Dean off of screens, and Brody's trying to fight through those. Is how he's picked up a couple of quick ones.
So Allison has it. He gets to Stallard. Good pass into Collins from Stallard. It's an easy 2 for Collins. Makes it 33-28. Warriors down 5. Compton pass to Vermillion, then to Hicks, to Sally. Back to Vermillion. Vermillion to Compton, top of the key. Allison is stuck to Dean like glue. He cannot get open. Dean somehow gets the ball. He's double teamed. Hicks, a shot from the corner. It's up and good. That was a 3-pointer. Makes it 36-28. Vanover has it on the other end. And Stallard on the block. Goes up. Uncontested. Missed. Ball's still loose. And it's going to be off of Compton. He had the ball right there, just bobbled it out of bounds with every ball. So Hayes will inbound here. Warriors down 36-28, 8-point deficit. Hayes looking to inbound. Tries to get it into Stallard. Poked away, but then Collins comes up with it and misses a easy shot inside. Comes away with his rebound. Gets it into Allison. Allison goes up. Blocked by Dean. Stallard gets it out to Vanover. He takes a three. It's good. Tyler Vanover with a three. Makes it 36-31 is on the other end. And Dean gets it out to Compton. Compton steps inside the three-point line. Long two is no good. Ball's on the floor. Stallard saves it inbounds. Gives it right to Sally. And he gets it to Hicks. Hicks drives in. Up, no good. And a foul called. So some high-intensity action there. People all over the place. They're going to call that foul on Vanover.
Yeah, that'll be 3 on Tyler now.
So Hicks will get to go to the line. Hicks' first shot is good. Makes it 37-31. Looks like George as well as Hensley check in here for Gate City. At the line here. Second one is up and good. Makes it 38-31. Lead is back to 7. Hayes has it. Hayes heading left. Pulls that shot. Mid-range is up, no good. Dean comes down with the rebound. Gate City on another fast break. Dean steps back into a three, ran into his own teammate and airballs it. Hayes comes down with it. Pass ahead to Allison. Allison, cross-court pass intended for Vanover, stolen by Hicks. Hicks' pass tipped by Hayes, but Dean comes away with it. Dean will go up, and he's fouled by Collins. So Collins is trying to play some defense there, and they're going to get him on a foul.
I think that should be 3 on Bryson.
That is Collins' third. It's the team 4th so far. Again, we're not even halfway through this quarter, and Central's already got 4 team fouls. So Dean's at the line here. First one is up. No good. Looks like Elkins and Bishop will come in for Allison and Ben Stallard. Actually, Bryson Collins. So Allison and Collins take a seat. Elkins and Bishop check in for the Warriors. Dean at the line here. Second attempt is up. And that one falls. 39-31 the score. Elkins bringing it the other way here for the Warriors. Elkins hands off to Vanover. Vanover to Bishop. Bishop to Ben Stallard. To Vanover. That's a corner three. That one's no good. Elkins comes down with the rebound. Kicks out to Hayes. Hayes will step into a three. It's no good. Ball's poked around. Hensley comes away with it. Poked by Stallard. Out of bounds. It's going to be Gate City ball off of Stallard.
Great effort there by Ben Stallard. He was in the middle of 2 Gate City defenders and still going for the ball. Just kind of knocked it out.
That's one thing about Stallard is he likes to hustle. Johnny Hustle.
Yes, he is.
As he should be called. Vermillion checks in during that dead ball. Compton has it. He passes to Vermillion. Vermillion picks up his dribble. Long pass ahead to Hicks. Hicks to Compton. Corner three. It's good. Compton's three makes it 42-31. Vanover has it now. Loses his dribble there. Dean dove on it. It's a jump ball. So Central will hold on to possession. Hensley checks in for Hicks for Gate City. And it looks like Lance Colley will check in. Jordan Bishop will take a seat. So Elkins set to inbound here. Gives it to Vanover. He gives it right back to Elkins. Elkins to Hayes. Hands back to Elkins. Elkins heading towards the top of the key. Drives in. Layup is up. Rolls out. Colley rebound and puts it in. Nice putback from Lance Colley.
It sure was. Great offensive rebound there by Colley.
Makes it 33-42. Warriors down 9. Compton with it on the other end. He's open for 3. It's no good. Rebound by George. His putback's no good. Stallard comes away with it, and a foul called on George. It'll be his second. Team first. And so it'll be Warrior ball. Elkins receives the inbound pass. He's walking it up the floor here for Central. 42-33 the score. Passes to Hayes. Hayes at the elbow. Spin move, and a jump shot is good. Hayes still scoring. 35-42 the score now. Pass to Vermillion. Looks like George in the corner. He was fouled. I think that's Lance Colley. It is. That'll be his first, team 5th. So Dean looking inbound here for the Blue Devils. Lobs it into Hensley. Hensley goes up. It rolls in. 44-35. Gate City up. Elkins has it. Inside the half-court circle. Passes to Hayes. Hayes will pull at the elbow. Rattles around, no good. Rebound by Colley. His putback's no good. Gets his own rebound. Goes up again and 1. Lance Colley for an and 1. My favorite player by Colley. It's Lance Colley. He's going to get a chance for one more at the line.
Great effort there by Lance. Missed it on the first putback and stayed right after it. 2 trips down the floor, 3 offensive rebounds by Lance. That is great.
And Lance coming off the bench there. Collins in some foul trouble. It's good that he can come in. So Colley at the line here. That basket made it 44-37 as Colley toes the line. Free throws up. It's no good. Sally comes away with it. Passes ahead to Compton. Compton hands to Dean. Dean spin move into the lane. That was I don't care who you are, that was a heck of a move. Dean's layup falls. 46-37.
You know, Dean just continues to attack the basket. That is his favorite move.
Elkins attacks the basket on the other end. His layup's good. 46-39 the score now. Gate City's lead is at 7. Compton has it. The ball's loose and a foul. And they get Vanover. It's Tyler's 4th. Team 6th. And Bricky will come in for Vanover. Ball was loose. Vanover went to dive for it. Refs call him on the reach. And that's a tough one. Vanover with 4 fouls going to be playing limited minutes from here on out.
Yeah, and that's you don't want to lose him too long. 2 minutes left here in the 3rd, and I would imagine Tyler, we'll have to try to bring him back sometime pretty early in the 4th, and he'll have to be cautious.
Dean has it, passes to Compton. Compton guarded by Hayes. Crosses over, drives in, goes up. A good move from Compton. 48-39 the score. Pass. Somehow Dean came away with the steal, put it up. It was no good. Pass ahead to Bricky. Bricky will take a 3. It's good. A 3 from Ben Bricky makes it 42-48. Warriors down 6. Dean headed the other way. Dean will pull at the free throw line. It's good. Mid-range shot from Dean falls. 50-42. 8-point lead for Gate City now.
Yeah, Dean's starting to feel it a little bit here. They're going to have to try to shut him down some.
Elkins passes to Hayes. Hayes will turn and shoot at the free throw line. That shot's no good. Rebound went to Hensley. He passes to Dean. He passes to Sally. Gate City the other way. Back to Hensley. He'll take a 3. It's no good. Rolls off the top of the backboard and out of bounds. It'll be Central ball. It's like Hicks will come in for Hensley. And Trey Mullins will come in for Lance Colley. Some good minutes there from Lance Colley. I'm telling you, that's almost a season night there for Colley.
Yeah, Lance, great young man, good kid, and he really gave a couple of good minutes there with some big offensive rebounds.
Had some putbacks. That's great minutes there from Lance. It's good to see. Elkins passes to Stallard. Stallard to Ben Bricky. Spin move. Bounce pass to Trey Mullins. His shot's up, no good. And we got a foul. It's going to be on number 30. It's Ben Stallard. That's his second, team's seventh. And we're here in the third quarter, and Gate City's already in the bonus. I'm telling you, these fouls and free throws, I think that's what has killed Central. Gate City hadn't had all these free throw attempts. I think Central will be in the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they've shot a bunch of them tonight, and still adding on to it. You know, 7-2 foul count right now. With a minute left in the third, they're already in the bonus. Must have been a violation.
It was. Sally stepped across, and so they'll get him on a lane violation. So the Warriors dodge a bullet there, and they'll regain possession.
Need a bucket here, closing out the third quarter, 8-point game. Need to try to cut this down going into the fourth.
Hayes has it for Central. He drives in. He's at the elbow. To Stallard, right wing. Stallard to Hayes. Hayes driving in, hop step. Floaters up, rolls out. Stallard saves it inbounds to Ben Bricky. Ben Bricky, that's a two-pointer. It's good. Mid-range shot from Bricky. It's good. Makes it 44-50, a 6-point game.
That whole play was made possible by Mr. Russell being Stallard.
That's right. Vermillion has it. Thought about a three. Passes to Starnes instead. To Compton. Compton with it. He's double teamed. To Sally. To Starnes. To Vermillion. Back to Sally. To Compton. Compton puts it on the floor. Drives in. And a foul. It's on Bricky.
Thought there might have been a walk, though, but
it's a 1-and-1. It's the fourth. So there's another player for Central. Ben Bricky with 4 fouls now. If he just hits that long two, they'll be on limited minutes. It's the 8th team foul for Central. Allison will check in for Ben Bricky. Looks like Vanover's set to check in. He will check in for Trey Mullins.
Tyler coming back in here. He's got 4. 6 seconds left. Gate City on the line. I'm thinking Coach McAmus in his mind here is wanting another shooter on the floor for this last 6 seconds.
Yeah, if Compton misses here, they could get it up the floor. And, of course, Vanover, a great shooter, could sink one here before the quarter's in. However, Compton makes his shot, so he'll get another one at the line. 51-44 the score now. 7-point lead held by Gate City. Compton at the line for a second attempt. It's up. Rattles out. Rebound by Vanover. Vanover's pass almost deflected. Elkins. That shot went over the backboard. That's 3-quarter court shots. So percentage is pretty low on that one. But after 3 quarters of play, Warriors are down 7, 51-44. They're still in this. If they could just try and limit the fouls and limit the amount of times Gate City's going to the line. And they've had some streaks there where they've played great offensively. They can be right in this game.
Yeah, Central given a, and this is what you want to see out of any team, no matter what the score is. You want to see hustle. You want to see energy. And that's what Central's putting forth right now. And, the foul trouble is just really hurting them. And it's going to play big here in the fourth quarter. We're 2 fouls away from putting them in the double bonus, and they'll be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way. We got Tyler Vanover, Ben Bricky, both going to have to be very cautious here throughout the fourth.
Well, and, of course, those are 2 players that you want to have in the game. Bricky's a good mid-range shooter, and, of course, Vanover, he struggled a little bit tonight, but when he gets hot from long range, there's really no stopping him.
Yeah, Vanover the other night, the Ridgeview game, I think he had 15 in the first half. Tyler can give you some points in a hurry, and maybe we can get a couple of those threes out of him here in the fourth.
Well, on the floor here to start fourth quarter, it's going to be Vanover, Elkins, Hayes, Collins, and Stallard. Looks like starting 5 on the floor for Gate City. So Dean, Compton, Sally, Vermillion, and Hicks. Compton walking it up the floor. In the half-court circle, picked up by Hayes, passes to Vermillion. Back to Compton. Compton will drive in, stops, pass out to Dean. Dean will pull that mid-range fadeaway. It's good. 53-44.
The kid can shoot the ball, no doubt about it.
Vanover, a three-point attempt. It's no good. Rebounded by Elkins. Gives it right back to Vanover. Poked loose on his way in.
Should have been a kick.
Well, it should have been, but refs didn't think so. Dean with it on the other end. A long three. It's no good. Rebound goes to Hicks. Compton will take a three. That one's no good. Gets his own rebound. Compton lays it in. 55-44. Hayes has it on the other end. Passes to Vanover. Vanover finds Hayes. Hayes at the volleyball line, center of the court. Passes back to Vanover. To Collins at the elbow. Collins puts it on the floor, drives in. Good move, and it falls. Collins for two. Makes it 55-46.
Good move there from Bryson Collins. That's what you want to see out of a big man. Took a couple dribbles and went to the lane.
Dean has it on the other end. He's headed right. Stops. Pass to Sally. Out to Hicks, a corner three. Off the side of the backboard, gets his own rebound. Put back. Two wild shots there from Hicks. Both no good. Hayes comes away with it. He's on the other end. Finds Elkins in the right corner. Elkins puts on the floor, goes up. No call, no good. Wow. And now it looks like Stallard and Sally got wrapped up there under the basket. But I'm not seeing a call anyway. It's like Allison will check in for Vanover, and it's going to be Gate City ball. Dean receives the inbound pass. He's streaking up the floor. It's guarded by Elkins. Finds Compton. To Sally, back to Compton. Now Vermillion with it. He gives it to Compton, back to Sally. Collins comes out to get him. Sally to Compton.
Gate City trying to pull the ball back here, looks like, try to eat a little time off the clock.
Dean has it now. Dean passes to Sally, to Compton. Compton's pass broken up.
Oh, my.
And they're going to say it's Gate City ball. Well, it's Gate City ball, no matter how you feel. Ben Rickey will come in.
Good effort there by Landon Elkins, and I thought the ball may have been going the other way.
I think Hensley and George check in for Gate City as Ben Brickey checks in for Elkins for the Warriors. Hensley has it, drives baseline, dumps to George, but blocked by Hayes. Hayes comes in for a good rejection. He's on the other end, steps into a three in transition. It's no good, rebounded Hensley. Hensley pass ahead to Compton. Compton bobbles the pass, but puts it up. It falls, and he'll get one more at the line and one opportunity. That'll be on Hayes. It's only Hayes' second. Fortunately, Hayes is not in foul trouble. And a timeout here. I think the Warriors are going to call it. So 9 team fouls on Central. They're down here by 11. But they got time. They can come back.
Yeah, absolutely. 11-point game here. We still got some good shooters on the floor. And foul count still 9-2. And we're going to have to try to limit that. And I know we've got a couple guys in foul trouble, 4 fouls. They're trying to lay off a little bit, but it's go time now. It's going to have to be pressuring the ball from here on out.
Well, and that's the dilemma they're in. Not only are they in the bonus, but some guys are just one foul away from fouling out, and so you want to pressure, you want to up the defensive intensity, but if you do, then you're either giving up points or losing players.
Yeah, and you know as well as I do, Austin, you've seen it all year. One of the best things about our defense and the way Coach McAmus likes to play, it's pressing. It's full court press. A lot of times a man-to-man press, and we are totally that's not really an option for us at this point.
So on the floor here for the Warriors, it's going to be Ben Brickey, Ben Stallard, Bryson Collins, Brody Allison, and Elijah Hayes. On the floor, Gate City got Dean Vermillion, Compton, who's at the line. Hensley, and George. Compton at the line here. It's up and good. Converts the and one. Makes it 58-46. Hayes brings it across half court. Stops. Gives it to Collins at the free throw line. Ball's poked loose. Collins holds on to it. A three-pointer from Ben Brickey. No good. Hensley gets the rebound. Hands to Dean, and they'll head the other way.
Gate City is really slowing the tempo down now. They like to push the ball, but they are slowing it down now, trying to run a little bit of clock.
Pass to Compton in the corner. That's a three. Compton hits another three. 61-46. Hayes passes to Brickey. Gives back to Hayes. Hayes heading left, pulls at the elbow. Shot is up, no good, but he's fouled. So Hayes will get to shoot. His third team foul on Gate City. That is Compton's first foul. Finally picks one up here in the game.
You know, Compton's played, I don't know if he's went out a whole lot tonight. And, you know, guarding Elijah, and Elijah's put up, should be at about 21 points now, somewhere in that neighborhood. Only pick up one foul. Somebody might want to sign him up for some defense in college. He's pretty good on defense.
Looks like Elkins and Vanover check in for the Warriors. So that's Elkins, Vanover, Hayes, Collins, and Stallard as Hayes hits the second from the line. 61-48. Gate City up. Compton will drive in. Comes back out to the left corner. Now towards the top of the key. Passes to Hensley. Gives back to Compton. Compton hands off to Dean.
Dean looking to drive here.
Dean heading right. Will drive. Goes up. And a foul, but they're going to say it's on the floor. It won't matter. He'll still get to shoot. That's on Landon Elkins. So that's a double bonus. Dean will get two.
Landon's fourth.
Yep. So there's another player just one foul away. Fouling out again, Elkins. Valuable member of the team. In a dilemma. Wants to play defense, but you can't because play too much or really any at all here on Dean, you're going to pick up a foul. Dean sinks the first. Makes it 62-48. Second one's good from Dean at the line, 63-48. Elkins passes ahead to Vanover. Vanover down into Stallard. Stallard goes up. Shot rattles around and falls. Makes it 63-50. Warriors down 13. Dean hustling down the floor. Hands off to George. George puts it on the floor. Picks up his dribble. Pass to Compton. And another whistle.
That should have been offensive, I think.
I think it is. Beyond Compton. Fourth team foul. It's Compton's second. Be Warrior ball. 3:40 left to play here in this contest. Warriors down 13. Need to find a spark somewhere. Ben Brickey will come in for Bryson Collins. Warriors kept it close there for a good while, but as we mentioned, when Gate City's getting to go to the line pretty much every time they touch the ball, it's easy for them to extend the lead.
Yeah, and you know, I think Compton maybe hit a couple of big threes, big shots. Here's one from Tyler Vanover. It's good.
So Vanover hits a three, makes it 53-63. The lead's trimmed to 10. Compton headed the other way. Again, Gate City just looking to milk the clock here. Coming down towards 3 minutes. Compton will go in. That's a good move from Compton. It was 65-53 the score now. Gate City up. Pass ahead to Elkins. Elkins gets it in Stallard. A baby hook is good from Ben Stallard. 65-55. Back to 10 point. Dean passes to George. George pass into Hensley. Hensley out to Vermillion. Back to Hensley, right corner. Hensley will pass to Compton. And an offensive foul on Dean.
You could see that one coming. Dean was working really hard. trying to get open down the low block, and you could see that was about to come. And as soon as they tried to make the entry pass, they blew the whistle.
So that'll be Dean's third, team fifth. Elkins brings it the other way.
Good chance here to get it under double digits.
Elkins has it. He's heading right. Passes to Vanover at the elbow. Back to Elkins. A good find and a good score from Vanover to Elkins. Elkins is 2, makes it 65-57, leads at 8. Compton walking it down the floor for Gate City. Drives in, goes up. Compton drove right in on Ben Brickey and laid it in. Leads back to 10. Vanover steps back into a 3. It's no good. Hensley rebound to Compton. To Dean. Gate City the other way. Got about a minute 45 left. Another whistle. And looks like Dean's going to be shooting yet again. And timeout called here by Gate City. That one's going to be on Hayes. It's his third.
1:45 left, 67-57. You know, I thought Gate City was actually going to start pulling the ball out top of the key. Kind of pulled us out of that little boxing one that we were doing earlier, made us match up man-to-man, try to get some more guys in foul trouble. And they're still penetrating, you know. They're still trying to go to the basket.
Well, you know, Warriors are down by 10 here. As we mentioned, with a minute 45 left, but Dean's headed to the line for 2. And, you know, he's a good free throw shooter, so wouldn't surprise me if he gets 1 or 2 points here and you're back down by 12. That's just been the story of the game here for the Warriors. They played pretty well offensively. Yeah. And they played well defensively, except every time they put any sort of pressure, there's a foul called. I mean, they're going to look at maybe 25 team fouls total for the game here.
Yeah, I think right now we're already at we had 13 or 14 in the first half, best I could keep up with it.
I think we've had 11 here in the second.
We're at 11 now, yep, that's right. And, you know, Dean going to the line again here. And not sure what his percentage is tonight. He's well over 50%, but it seems like he shot 100 of these things, Austin.
Yeah, it's easy baskets for him, you know. I mean, but if you're the Warriors, you just got to, I mean, there's really not much you can do on defense, just try not to foul. Dean's first, no good, rolls out. Lead's still at 10 with a minute 45 to play. So Dean will get another one at the line here. Central's put Gate City in the double bonus. Second one's up. That one falls. 68-57, lead up to 11. Elkins passes to Vanover, but it's stolen by Dean. Dean in the open floor. No good. So honestly surprised there's no foul called there. So Hayes will bring it the other way for the Warriors.
Yeah, me too. The way they've called it most of the night, there was a little bit of contact there, but
Hayes with a nice fadeaway there on the baseline. Good move from Hayes. 59-68. Leads at 9. So Sally has it here. And Gate City trying to milk the clock. Ends off to Compton. Central in a bind here. You can't just intentionally foul them because then they get to go to the line for 2. But they find that's number 11, Hensley. He put in a 2 there. 70-59. Collins went up no good. Styled rebound. He goes up no good. Pass ahead to Hensley. Blocked by Hayes off the backboard. Good block from Hayes. But stolen by Dean on the other end. Pass ahead to Hensley. Saves it from going out of bounds. Passes to Sally. And that's backcourt there. Vermillion received the pass, but he was behind the half-court line. Turnover. Warrior ball. 33 seconds left here. It's an 11-point deficit here for the Warriors. Inbound pass to Elkins. Elkins heading right to Vanover. He'll take that 3. It's no good. Hensley comes away with the rebound. Pass ahead to Dean. Dean almost loses his dribble. Fouled. He'll get a chance for 2 more. 15 seconds left here in this ball game. Looks like Gate City's going to come away with the win. You got to be proud of the Warriors, though. I mean, they gave it everything they had tonight. Overcame a lot of adversity. Players came in, put in good minutes, but the fouls have just really killed them. And of course, it's always easy to say when you're a Warriors fan, they're repping against you. But, I mean, what is that, 12 team fouls this half versus 5 against Gate City? And Warriors up towards 25 team fouls for the game. Gate City might have 10. I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah, I think we're at 26 now for the game. He called that one on he actually called that one on Landon Elkins, and I didn't think Landon was around the ball, but needless to say, that's 5 on Landon. It'll put him on the bench here in the last 15 seconds.
He gets a standing ovation from the crowd. He's played a great game. Everybody on this team has played their heart out there, leaving it on the floor. Everybody's hustled. Again, if you're Coach McCamus, yeah, you're losing, but honestly, you can't be too upset with your team.
Yeah, you know, I've noticed Coach McCamus when Landon come off the floor just then, you know, he shook Landon's hand, and Coach McCamus with a big smile on his face here as he talking to Elijah Hayes. And, you know, these guys have put forth a great effort. Listen, Gate City is a good basketball team.
They're defending state champions.
Yeah, they're the best basketball team in our region, and they've proven that. And, you know, they've got a lot of good ball players, and our guys have played right there with them tonight. Great effort.
Well, you know, and that's the thing is, looks like the final seconds will tick off here. 15 seconds as Hayes picks it up. He'll drive in. A foul on the floor. It's going to be on Quinn, who just checked in. So Hayes will be inbound and under his own basket. As we mentioned, you know, not many teams can hang around with Gate City at all. And Central has stuck around even with the high foul count and Gate City going to the line as much as they have. That's a testament to the Warriors, and it gives you something, you know, something to be proud of as you head into the regional tournament as Hayes knocks in the floater off the inbound pass. Seems to be a go-to play there, 72-61. Buzzer sounds. Standing ovation from both sides. Of course, Gate City's happy they won, but the Warriors fans, you know, they may have lost, but they're proud. They're very proud. I'm proud of the team. They put forth a great effort. Just couldn't quite come away with it. Of course, things may not have went their way as far as officiating goes, but the Warriors played right with Gate City, and that's hard to do. So after 4 quarters of action, final score here from Gate City Middle School, 72-61. Teams shake hands, hoping to get out of here without a scuffle. And it looks like we will so far. Don't mark my words.
Yeah, I think everything went through pretty good there. And, you know, just the kind of final run down here just a little bit. What I kept with on the points, I think, is fairly close. I'm sure they'll do trophy presentation here in just a second. But Elijah Hayes, big night. You know, Elijah's been a leader for the Central all year long. He stepped up big tonight. These are big games. And, you know, you got to remember these are just young men. And they kind of get a little nervous on these games, you know. And but Elijah stepped up tonight, 26 points, 6 from Tyler Branover, 8 from Ben Stallard, 5 from Bryson Collins, 2 from Brody Allison, Landon Elkins, 4. Ben Bricky, you know, Ben stepped up, hit a few big shots, and he'll finish the night, looks like, with about 7 points. And then Lance Colley, you know, we were bragging on Lance earlier coming in the game and getting a few offensive rebounds, a couple putbacks, went to the free throw line on a 3-point play. He finished with 4 points. So great effort tonight, Austin. Great effort from all the kids.
That's right. Yeah, I don't think we're going to. Well, number one, nobody can fit up here. It's pretty crowded, but I don't think Coach McCamus is going to send anybody up for interview, but still proud of his team. Do they give a runner-up trophy?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure.
So the Warriors are, I think, getting ready to go out there and receive that.
You know, next week, I'm not real sure. You may be a little more up to date on where we're at with the with the regions and how that'll play out. You know, of course, both these teams will go on to the regions. So you got anything on that one?
Well, I received a text from Coach McAmis there earlier in the week who said the way it was looking, that the boys, it was looking like they were going to be at Virginia High on Monday. Of course, we should know now. I'd say both districts, you know, all the districts in the separate regions have finished up their tournament, so it'll be solid. We'll let you know tomorrow night. We're going to be calling the girls' district championship game against Abingdon, but I want to say it's at Virginia High Monday.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you, Austin. I'm glad you let me come sit with you tonight. You've done a great job all year. Like I said, you and Chad, you and Chris, you guys have done a good job. I was glad to come sit up here tonight and kind of get a little different view of it. And you guys done a good job. Appreciate you letting me come be with you tonight.
Oh, no problem. You're a great co-host. You know, you say a different view, as in half of one. Blocked by this podium thing here, but you know, you can see what it's like now. You got behind the mic, headset on. What was your thoughts? I know you didn't do any play-by-play. It's hard to when you can only see half the court, but what was your thoughts on the broadcasting experience?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. And I've always been a big basketball supporter and Central supporter. 2 kids that go there, so of course my heart lies with them, and close with Coach McAmis, and I've learned a lot about these young men that we've got playing over the last few years. Spent a lot of time with them, and got a lot of great kids. Got a lot of great kids on this team, and it showed tonight in the effort that they put forth. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope maybe again. I definitely don't want you to be rude to Chad or to Chris.
I never do. I never am. I don't know where these rumors get started.
But if they've ever got dinner dates or anything like that, again, you need a little help, sure, holler at me. I pretty much with Madeline cheer, and I'm at every game traveling, and girls or boys. So give me a shout anytime. I would love to work a home game with you sometime if we ever get another one to where I can set up in the little bird box thing that you all got.
Actually see the court.
And I can see both ends of the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm assuming that the girls will have a couple of home games there next week, especially – which I don't know how that works out because Abingdon's a 3A school. They compete in a 2A district and move on to a 3A region. That's beyond me. But I would say the girls, Central Lady Warriors, will have a couple home games next week. So maybe if you want to work it out with Chad, Chris, and Coach McAmis, we'll get you up there.
Oh, so you're putting it on me now to be mean to Chad and Chris.
I'm not the diplomat here between you all.
I kind of wondered if Coach McAmis was kind of worried about me being behind the mic. I thought when we sat up here where we're at, I thought maybe he wanted me boxed in where I couldn't see Gate City's bench or anything. You
did good.
Well, I appreciate it.
You really did well. You was good color man. You filled in at the right time. Actually, you had some good stuff to say, and I'd like to do a full game with you. Maybe you do some play-by-play sometime.
Yeah, and I want to say this too. I know we talked about Dean and them earlier. They got Irvin. Best wishes to him too to come back healthy. Gate City player. I don't know how many people listening have been to watch him or see him, but he's a phenomenal basketball player as well. And wish him the best of luck. And then we definitely don't want to leave tonight without big shout out to Dave Mylester again too. If you just joined us, he went down a couple minutes into the game, took a shot to the head, and I think they took him to do a little further evaluation. But thoughts and prayers with Dave Mylester too.
That's right, and so that'll do it here for us at Gate City Middle School. Gate City Blue Devils district champions, the Warriors, runner-up, same as last year. That's a good season for the Warriors when, it was seeming like towards the end of the season there, a little bit shaky maybe heading into the district tournament, but they come out runner-up, so I'm sure everybody's happy about that. Gate City comes away with the win 72-61. That'll about do it from here. We're going to be calling the game, like I said, tomorrow night at Central. Come out and support the Warriors, Lady Warriors. If you can't, you can always listen to us. They'll be taking on Abingdon for the Mountain 7 District Championship on the girls' side. And I'm sure Jody will be there. Maybe not in the booth with me, but he'll be there supporting the team. And Any last words for the people, Jody?
No, appreciate it. Shout out to everybody tuned in to listen to us tonight. Got a text from my mom earlier. She's been home this week, not feeling good, so glad she was feeling better and got to listen to us tonight. And she sent a text earlier. She was bragging on you, Austin. You know, I think that's the way most people do. Little Austin, you know, he's the one. So,
well, I enjoy doing it, and you know, that's kind of our motto is, well, number one, we're professional. You know, that's a given here.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
the Central Warrior broadcast. You know, Jody was mentioned earlier, he's the third string guy. Even the third string is a professional. That just says a lot. It says a lot about this broadcasting team. But I guess that'll about do it from here. I'm Austin Urie. I was joined by newcomer, but he may be sticking around here, Jody Collins. We'll talk to you tomorrow.